Hey, it's Trisha of Triumph with Trisha here. Good morning, afternoon, it's evening, good night, as the case may be. So, we're actually at the end of this mini series about goals and accomplishing them, achieving everything, your goal success. We're at the end. This is the end of the mini series, and I'm actually super excited. It felt kind of long at a certain point after I started and did a few videos talking about stuff because initially in my mind, this was going to be really short, much more mini than it ended up being. Anyway, it's all good. I'm glad that all the information I have shared is what I've shared, and today is the last day of that. And the videos will be up there that you can reflect on and whatnot. So, what am I talking about today? I'm actually talking about the bucket list and celebrating. First, I'm going to talk about celebrating. It's important, and it's important to develop a mindset, if you don't already have it, of celebrating, because it's just as important as anything else that you do to achieve your goals. It's not being boastful, it's not being, vainglorious. What is that, she said? Vainglorious. I know, right? So it really just means excessively proud of yourself or overly vain, right? And that's not what this is. That's not what this is about. It's not about bragging and, just being extra in everybody else's face, but being proud of yourself and the things that you set out to do and that you actually accomplished. Because the majority of people, literally, majority of people do not. They say a lot of things, they thought it, but the follow through, it doesn't happen a lot of the times. And that's not New Year's resolution. What's the word? Resolution. It's not New Year's resolution specific. That's just the people, right? So it's not that. And even if what I just said seems, why would she say that? There's also people who might have been your primary care givers, and in certain environments where you were raised, or if that have a school of thought that for you to not talk about these things because you're being prideful or boastful or whatnot. And in context, that's not what it is here. It is okay. It's actually good to acknowledge the things that you have accomplished. Okay? So, the celebrating, what it actually does is it gives you momentum to continue to get to the next milestone, right? So by acknowledging it, you're actually creating something in yourself that helps you to realize, I can actually do this. I can do something similar to this. I can do something even bigger, like for the next goal, the next thing, right? Like that's a big deal. Sometimes we have to be our own cheerleaders. And it's very easy, I find, that when you have a child, you have a baby, and all of their milestones, they are holding their head up now. They're smiling and responding. Now they're sitting up. Now each of these things, we're cheering and clapping and celebrating each milestone, which should happen. Those are all wonderful things. But when we have milestones, we are still deserving of having a cheering section. And sometimes you don't have a person or people around you to do it. Be your own. Hype your own self up, okay? There you go. Because it's important for us to also celebrate adults. It's important for us to acknowledge things, good things, and our accomplishments, and to celebrate them. Now, a bucket list. Before I get to the bucket list, I got my talking points. Before I get to a bucket list, don't take your accomplishments for granted, right? Because success actually breeds more success. But this happens when you acknowledge, right? When you actually acknowledge the things. Look at where I came from. If you're a person of faith, you can say, look at where God brought me from. I used to have this negative mindset. I used to think, be down, what have you, and I am no longer there. I can actually look back and see from where I came. Okay? Oh, keep that in mind. Because success, and it can stay with you, but be in the gratitude, right? We all receive blessings, some huge and obvious, some small and, unseen, but we get them every day. So for the things that you're aware of, your mind, you start to have your mind looking and searching and acknowledging and realizing where all these good things are happening. Oh, I'm actually really good at this. This is coming along. I'm doing better here. I'm doing better there. Do you get what I'm saying? So, how would you, I don't know. I think a reward system is important. I've said acknowledge and whatnot. So, let's go with a reward system. How would you develop it? What would you do? Before you even get to your goal, how do you achieve this part? Like, if there's something you needed to buy and you don't live a credit card life, or it's maxed. You may use your credit cards and they're maxed, right? That's a thing. So, are you taking a little bit of money and, each compensation through business, multiple income streams, whatever it is for you, you're taking a couple of dollars here to put towards entertainment or whatever your reward is. If things are really, really tight, just a thought, if you're a coffee drinker and you go, here the main place is Tim's in Canada or Starbucks, right? Everybody knows those two places, I think. So is it possible that you could cut back on maybe your using your card and your Starbucks purchases or your Tim Hortons things? I'm just saying it's a thought, something to consider, where you can save a couple of dollars, because you'll see how fast that money turns into hey, now I can get whatever the other thing is that you wanted to get. And you couldn't see, looking at your bank account or what your income is, where can I get some cash from, right? You don't have to do that. I'm just saying, looking at the things that you do on a regular basis and where you spend money. Are you popping into the gas station when you get gas and getting this drink and this chips and this what have you? Is it a Tim's run? Would you consider buying a big container of the hot chocolate or the coffee and making stuff at home? I don't know. Something to think about. Or not, but I think consider it. It's important to look at these things. And when you are actually celebrating, really celebrate. Although right now here in Toronto, it is not beach season, but if that's your reward and you're going to the beach, be there, be present, enjoy all the awesome, wonderful things that are beach oriented. If you're going to a hotel, a spa, and you're going to, luxuriate and get the massage and all the skincare, all the treatments, the facial, the mani and the pedi and the whole thing, enjoy it. Relax. Do the thing. Whatever the reward is, actually, truly be present and really take it in and enjoy it, because you deserve it. You did the things to get there, right? You worked hard. This is your reward. Really be present and enjoy it. As far as a bucket list, what is it? I think most of us know what it is, but if you're not familiar with it, it's a list of things that you want to do before you kick the bucket. So that before you, right. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? Things like that. So what you could actually do at this point, if you've been going through this mini series, you've had a couple of little assignments, you may have contacted me for a list, or the actual list, or you've just written it down on paper wherever you are, and you can revisit your goals to see where you're at from when we started this mini series to today, the last day, because you might have already knocked out some of the goals. 30, not a 30-day one, but if you had smaller ones, or you're well in the the wheels are turning and you're well in the works of knocking out your 30-day goal. There was a 60, a 90, a what, different things, right? Revisit them. You might have some more new things to add. Excuse me, like I'm not going to share it yet, but I do have a couple things that I added to my list of goals that's more for in the summertime. And I was like, yeah, certain things have been reawakened in myself. So I'm also glad that I went through this mini series, right? It could be anything. It could be a vacation. It could be, I don't know. Vacation sounds like a good one, especially as cold as it is right now here. But that can be a great motivational tool for you. things that you can do. So you can use your bucket list as your reward. And that's the thing that is the reward for when you're achieving your goals. And each thing, as you knock this thing off of the list, oh, I was rewarding myself for such and such. And that might not have initially been it, but it's just something else that you can do. It's another option on the table. Okay? It could become a source of new goals because now you have quite a bit of information that you weren't necessarily thinking very big before. Maybe not. And so as the wheels are turning, like, hey, I could do this. I've already been working on this. This has happened so far, so on and so forth, right? But remember to dream big. It's a fun activity, so don't limit yourself. There's no cap on the dreams. But you can think, if it's a dream in your heart, that's something that, for me, it is God, and that was placed there. That's something for you to do. So work towards it and don't give up on yourself. I think that's actually all of my notes. Yeah, that's actually everything that I had planned to come and say. It's my first mini series and I'm super excited. And I really hope that you found the information helpful, that you revisit the contents, come back to the videos, check them out for yourself, and that you or email me. Also, I'm giving a call to action here. One of them is to never give up on yourself and to never give up on your dreams. 2, the next one is to click like and subscribe if you haven't. The next one would be to contact me for coaching. And if you have questions, set up a consultation. It'll be short and it'll be free. I would love to hear from you. But that's all I've got for today, and I will be speaking with you soon. Take it easy. Talk soon.